Karen, you're a new customer of Dr. Daines' office. Kind of tell me about your story and why you came to Dr. Daines, and tell me about your own personal history of hearing loss.
Well, I have been losing my hearing about 10 or 15 years, gradually. I knew it, my family knew it, especially my husband knew it, because I would ask him when he would speak and he had his back to me, would you turn around so I can understand what you're saying? And so he had been encouraging me for a number of years to come and get tested, although I knew I needed hearing aids. I could tell.
But for 10 to 15 years, you waited and waited, and now that you finally came in and got your hearing checked, why do you think you waited so long?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I think as long as we can function, we don't think about it. It's when our family members start telling us we need the hearing aid that we begin to get serious, that maybe there is a problem. And I had watched my father suffer, wouldn't go get hearing aids, and then I began to understand why we needed to do that.
So once you came in and you met with Dr. Daines and had your hearing checked, it couldn't have been a very painful process. It must have been something like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yes, that was embarrassing. Why did I not do that sooner? Not only did it not hurt, it only confirmed what I already knew, that one ear was better than the other, and that's why I always turned. My father always put his hand behind his ear cupping so he could hear us, but I don't know why I waited so long. Right. It's great to be able to hear again.
Now, what I'm interested is what sort of transition period is there once you get the hearing aids? Have you found that to be difficult, or has it been an overnight hallelujah experience, or how would you describe that?
It is interesting that this company had an app for the iPad, and I was to keep track of 3 instances that I could tell a difference. One was in a crowded room, going to church or out to eat. One of the most telling was with my grandchildren, because when they have little soft voices, you don't hear those higher sounds very well. Men you generally can hear, they have a deeper voice. But I was missing many times what the grandchildren were actually saying, and I would have to take their little face and turn it up to me so I could hear, which was embarrassing. But anyway, it was good to be able to hear my grandchildren speaking. Absolutely. Yes, and the music, be able to hear music better. It sounds funny, but yes, I could hear.
You know, I think what's interesting is because it's a gradual thing over time, maybe you don't realize how much you're missing out, and once you get the hearing aids, it's got to be like an aha experience, like, this is silly, why would anybody wait?
That is exactly. Why did I wait? I'm not really sure, but it was a wonderful experience to begin to hear. I could hear when I walked out of the office that day, people's shoes on the pavement. Oh, I couldn't believe it. It was an amazing thing. And when I talked to Paul the other day about this, I said, now I have called a repairman, because I could finally hear that the water was running constantly. So it is embarrassing. I can only imagine how many other things I've missed.
Oh my goodness. That's just so fascinating. Has there been any, I don't know, discomfort with wearing the device, or I don't know, any stigmatism you felt with it, or are you just thinking, this is just the greatest thing?
By the time you're my age, you have white hair and you have glasses, people know. They're not surprised if they see, but you really don't see that behind my ear. And the only discomfort I had was at a 1-year-old's birthday party the other day, as the children were all screaming and jumping and running around. I was amazed. Those high-pitched voices were very, very loud.
You probably haven't heard them for a long time.
Well, for quite a while. And so I was amazed at the high-pitched children's voices, screaming or jumping, and making noise.
It's just got to be exciting, though, and have some sort of peace of mind that you're now totally involved in everybody's conversation and not missing anything anymore.
That's what was hard for my dad, was that he did not catch so much of the conversation, would respond inappropriately sometimes because he didn't hear, but now I can hear.
Well, this is great to have a success story and to see that you're happy and that, you know, you've wished that you hadn't waited so long. What's the last kind of advice you can give to someone that has been pondering getting their hearing checked for a while because they know they've had some hearing loss?
Completely painless. Dr. Daines is a wonderful, caring doctor, and not only is it painless, but your family can finally not have to worry about communicating with you and you not hearing, even on your phone. That is a huge, huge thing. And so I would say do it for your family and loved ones.
Great parting words. Thank you so much.